Welcome to our Rugged Advantage podcast. Next in our Problem Solver series, we are joined by Greg Johnson and Mike Ivester, program managers for our military group that focus on the Army. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Jessica.
Thanks for having us.
So, Mike, let's start with why the military and Department of Defense have trusted Crystal Group with their compute challenges.
Well, close to 20 years ago, we started working to meet the needs of the military market by doing rugged compute. And one of our bigger product lines is our rugged server. We've seen requirements change over the years. However, the rugged requirements needed in those environments are pretty challenging. So you have shock and vibe, high thermals, dust and humidity. We know customers also usually look to us for rugged computers, but we can customize quite a bit of our equipment to meet our customers' requirements and not just sell what we have as a product line on our website.
So that's a great segue into Greg. What are some custom examples that we've put together for customers, for the Army specifically?
Sure. We've done quite a bit of ground vehicle applications for the military. For instance, we have one that's in an Army track vehicle, taking Gen 5 architecture and putting that together in a really small package. So one of the challenges that you face in an Army ground vehicle that you probably aren't going to see in a U.S. Navy ship or an Air Force shelter is it needs to be small, because you're putting a whole bunch of equipment in there, you're putting people in there, and they're vehicles. They're not buildings or ships. So you need something that has a really small footprint, but you still need that Gen 5 architecture, that high performance. So we're able to do things like 1Us with H100s and 2Us with 2 A100s, and all this put together with a Gen 5 architecture to enable a super high performing system in a very small package that you're probably not going to see anywhere else. Other things that we've done too are taking very high speed, low latency switches and packaging those for a rugged environment. Specifically, this environment was very challenging, and in fact, Crystal Group was the only one who said that they would attempt to do this, and which we did, and it's now fielded. But this particular switch is going inside of a sealed 85 degree C environment box that is completely conduction cooled through a cold plate that's 65 C. And 65 C isn't exactly a cold plate, but we're able to keep that switch cool enough based upon the ruggedization to pull that heat out of that box that we've done to it, so it's able to work in that environment, and it's been very successful to date.
That's great. So small footprint, high compute, custom solutions. What else are we hearing from our customers in terms of trends and requirements, Mike?
Well, when we're out talking to customers or we're at trade shows, much of what we're seeing lately is more requests on cybersecurity. We've addressed that for the hardware side of things to meet, Type 1 or CFSC as much as we can. We work with a lot of our customers that handle the software side of things to meet those requirements. Everything that we ship is TAA compliant, but a lot of what we're starting to see more and more are requirements for cybersecurity in these environments out on the edge.
So Greg, what else would you say sets Crystal Group apart from our competitors in this space?
I think the biggest thing is our ease of use. So our customers come to us because we're super easy to work with. You can give us requirements, we'll come up with solutions, work in a partner environment to create exactly what the customer is looking for and do it extremely fast. We're a very agile company. Both the program managers, the technical directors that we have working on these programs are able to take custom requirements and come up with exactly what the customer is looking for, as opposed to just sending them a product line, which no engineer ever wants what any other engineer wants. They want what they want. So we're able to actually take bits and pieces from different designs and being able to put it together to give them a custom solution that doesn't have a custom price. It's something that has little or no NRE associated with it, but yet is exactly what they're looking for. So whether it's an aggressive environment, we have compute that go up to 75C, or whether you need something that's capable of being submerged underwater, we're capable of doing that. And I think that's one of the things that really sets us apart is the innovative skills that we have from an engineering point of view, paired with how easy it is for the customer to interact with our engineers to go back and forth to get exactly what they're looking for and then get it out the door to them quickly. I'd say the other thing that really kind of sets us apart too is our warranty. We have a 5-year warranty on everything that goes out the door, and that covers everything. So if you have an issue with it, we'll take care of you. And that when you pair that with our 24/7 tech support, if you have an issue, if you have a problem, you're doing some integration work and you're running into some BIOS problems, or you're running into getting some firmware reloaded onto a card or anything like that, we have someone 24/7 that's there to help you out, and they will be there to support our customers, and that's something that definitely sets us apart.
Who wouldn't want to work with us, right?
There you go.
So as we wrap up today, what else would you guys like to leave our listeners with?
Well, I like to say we usually don't like using the word customer or vendor. I feel like we're more of a partner, and we work with our companies to provide equipment that they feel comfortable with and can trust. And more of that partnership goes into play when we're designing and developing something based on the requirements and what they're trying to provide. We work with a lot of primes, but we also work direct with the DoD, get a lot of thoughts and ideas put in place, and then execute those. And one thing we kind of touched on is we're a bit of a smaller company, but we're also agile and can meet all of our clients' needs.
Great. Well, thank you both so much for your time today. And if anyone out there has any questions, Mike and Greg will both be at AUSA next week. Come visit us at booth 2542 in Washington, D.C. Thank you both.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, Jessica.